My name is Moris Kastro. I'm from Turkey. I was born in Izmir and currently living in Istanbul. I worked for Google for 4 years in Dublin, Ireland. And after that, like 3 years ago, I have joined Inveon. And besides my professional and academic career, I'm a big fan of Sherlock Holmes and NBA. So after me, I think it's your turn. Like, can I see some hands? Like, anyone outside of Europe here? Perfect. So, how many of you have already their own e-commerce shop? Okay. How many of you are thinking of building an e-commerce shop? Perfect. So, how many of you are doing consultancy? Great. Okay. So, I think I might have some ideas about the audience. Thank you. So, let me start with Inveon. Inveon is founded 10 years ago as a software development house. Actually, not very related to this area, but we have started working with pharma industry. After that, we have worked with lots of retail companies. Currently, our focus is mostly on the omni-channel commerce infrastructures. And also beside, we are building some mobile applications. And also as a side, we have another sister company that is called InVentures. That is an accelerator for early stage startups, mostly helping them to grow their businesses by providing them either know-how of technology, know-how of digital marketing, or the network, and sometimes some monetary angel investment wise. So after Inveon, we have actually three major areas that we are working on. First is the in-commerce. Actually, what we have seen is that building an e-commerce website and omni-channel platform is okay, but you need to transform it to an experience. So you need to have CRM modules, loyalty modules, campaign modules, and the integrations all together at the same time. So in Inveon, we have built our own product based on nopCommerce, and we call it in-commerce, and trying to help our clients with the e-commerce infrastructure and a whole new level of experience. Currently, we are working together with lots of really big retail companies, namely Watsons and H&M and Columbia, and some local Turkish brands like Colin's and Hotić, etc., etc. If you ever any time to visit Turkey, probably you will see lots of them in shopping malls. So, but after that, we have realized that, especially with the support of our sister company, InVentures, not many startups needs those kind of know-how, because most of the time they're they're founding their businesses based on that they know some either technological stuff or digital marketing stuff. So we have seen that most of the time retail companies or any company that do digital transaction need assistance to increase their businesses, improve their businesses and increase their revenues. So in that sense, we have actually opened a department called Growth Lab. Growth Lab is working on mostly digital marketing tools and using how to improve the details, doing some ROI analysis, and doing consultancy both in UI, UX, performance tools, and all the other stuff that can have an impact altogether on the e-commerce website. And also, with the, everybody's probably familiar with the mobile traffic increases and mobile experiences within the offline stores and the online world. So we have started building our new product that is called Mobular, which is both mobile and modular. So in that sense, we're trying to put all the experiences at the same bowl and mix them together. So you can have omni-channel experiences with the mobile products, and also you have some other payment options, some loyalty programs, some scenario-based notifications according to your location and the recent transaction and all the other stuff all together, and you can reach it via your mobile phone. Probably I don't need to tell you more about what's working, what the apps are working for, and etc., etc. But apparently, it is a growing business, and it will continue to grow. So we are continuing to invest in all those areas. So briefly, Inveon is working both in creating omni-channel commerce solutions and improving their business, improving the clients' businesses, and creating mobile apps. So today I'll try to tell you about our experiences with what the clients want, what we can do as a service provider, both technologically and also digitally. So I'll try to humbly give my opinions and share my know-how with what we do in Inveon. So let us start with saying that we are in the right business. At least the numbers says so. So e-commerce is growing, and probably for the next 3, 4, 5 years, it will continue to grow, and also it will have some shares from offline retail. So you can see from here, from 2019, digital buyer penetration will be around 58%, and also the population will be around 33% of the whole internet population will be a digital buyer. So it will continue to grow, and it will be around like 30–40% of growth for the next 4 or 5 years. And also another thing, which is I really find it important and essential to discuss about. I don't know what are the cases in your countries, but in Turkey, e-commerce started e-commerce equals cheap products. Like you can, if you want to buy something cheaper than offline, you need to go online. But currently, what we can see, e-commerce is not a cheap product place anymore. It is more convenient. It is, especially because of the improved shipping and improved payment options, you prefer to buy it online, even though it is 5%, even 10% more expensive than the offline shop, because they can bring you in within a day, you don't need to spend some time, etc., etc. So it is more convenient. Some more numbers, again, which says we are in right business. At the time of 2019, like from 2–3 years now, in US, it is in worldwide, it is expected to have a 3.5 billion market of online commerce. So it is a huge thing. So we need to keep up doing what we're doing good. We need to have some products. We need to have more familiar with the digital marketing tools. We need to increase our clients' revenues in order to support our revenues. So, and also some more important things that I think we need to discuss more. There's another jargon, there's another term. It is called digitization effect. I don't know if you're having difficulties to tell your potential clients that they need to open a web shop as soon as possible. Most of the time, they might think that, okay, it doesn't necessary for us because it will be at least 1% of our revenue will come from online. But actually, it's not that correct. We can see that with the digitization effect, people, most of the customers are, firstly, they're going to the online shop to see the products, see the details, compare the prices with other clients, other brands, and after that, they prefer to buy it from your offline shop. So there's this very recent research that is done by Deloitte. They're saying that 84% of the traffic they have a digitally related activity before they go into the offline store. Or they, like consumers have 40% more tendency to convert if they have digitally have any affiliation with the brand. Or like we can say that like they have 22% more order size and 75% more loyal to the brands they have, which have digital effect and which have digital stores. So in that sense, even though we cannot count exact numbers like we can count in online shops, but there is a really huge impact of our online shops to the offline stores. And also for the numbers part, the final part, maybe you're sick of hearing that, but mobile is growing, like insanely, constantly, and exponentially. It's growing, and for the at the end of next year in US, 25% of the transaction online sales will be done via mobile phones. So it is a huge number. You need to convert your websites accordingly. Like, I'm not telling you even that you need to have a responsive website, mobile website. I'm saying that you need to have mobile-enabled website, mobile-enabled transaction, mobile-enabled commerce. So in that sense, people are still spending most of their retail times from mobile. So this part is, again, saying that we are in the right business. So keep up going. We need to keep up going. We need to do lots of stuff with the online shops. So again, humbly, what we have seen, the kind of the e-commerce rules that we need to emphasize, we need to focus on at first, is probably we can count maybe 10, hundreds of different solutions, but for the first 6 parts is the technical infrastructure part, digital analytics approach, speed of delivery, mobile, UI, UX, and also the omni-channel strategies. So some of you may say that, okay, I'm a software development company, so I don't care about omni-channel strategies, or I don't care about logistics, or those kind of similar phrases that can say, okay, our clients should care of all those logistics and offline operations. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Because what we have seen in Inveon, that if we don't focus on increasing our clients' revenue, probably we will be the first one to accuse. Probably all the software development people are familiar with that. If revenue is not doubled in the last year, the e-commerce manager will say to you, okay, your infrastructure is not working, your infrastructure is not stable, etc., etc., etc. Even though there is no problem with the infrastructure or anything, they couldn't do their operations right, and that's why their revenue is not increasing. So in that sense, what we have seen is we need to work together with our clients. We need to improve their revenues together. So to start with, I'll go with the technical infrastructure part, because what I've seen, it is the most major thing to focus on. If you don't have a scalable, agile, and stable infrastructure, you cannot build anything over that. So thanks to nopCommerce, as I have started my speech with that, nopCommerce has helped us a lot in order to build our solution. So we have built our solution with the system integrations, with the mailing solutions and logistics solutions, all together in the integrations part. And also there is another web store integrations part with the catalog management and CMS, and also the mobile responsive and front-end solutions. All together, currently we are working with nopCommerce since almost 5 years. We have started with 2.4 and right now just update to 3.8, and it keeps growing, and also we can easily see that, especially the updates that are heard from the community and heard from the clients. It is really important to have that in the product phases, and we can see that in nopCommerce. So thanks to the nopCommerce team regarding that one. We will all depending and trying to help the solution to improve in different countries as well. So secondly, after technical infrastructure, after you build your infrastructure, you go live, and you need to work together with the numbers, with the digital marketing. Probably for each of these tools, we can spend days, even weeks, trying to discuss what is SEM, what is SEO, what I can do with the email marketing or other tools, affiliate marketing, remarketing, retargeting tools, etc., etc. Probably we can spend many hours, many days with that. But today I'll be really short with that and just say that, okay, Stefan Theo said, numbers have an important story to tell. They rely on you to give them a clear and convincing voice. So probably, as I said, some of you are already working with the digital marketing, especially if you're a consultant and if you're trying to increase your client's revenue. You need to have some access and some knowledge to digital marketing. So as I said, I'll not go into deep detail, but I just want to mention one thing. This attribution model. This attribution model, I think it is kind of missed over the last 2-3 years. It is becoming a more common and popular for the recent years. The attribution model, we can maybe explain it using an analogy from football. In football, it is really important who scored the goal, the final touch, and probably you'll put the numbers under Messi. But if you didn't have Xavi and Iniesta, who does the assist to Messi, probably he would be, I cannot say nothing, it's not my thing to say that, but he'll be having really difficult times. So I think digital marketing should be looked at in a similar way. So we need to use different tools for the digital marketing, as I have mentioned, like SEO, SEM, and the remarketing tools, and also organic results, and some pop-ups, notification-based, scenario-based notifications, etc. So in that sense, there's this example, if somebody has bought a football shoe from your store, it will start with a Google search, shoes, then they'll end up in your website. And after that, you try using some retargeting ads to grab them and take them to your website again. After that, they know what to buy. They're searching for Nike shoes, and again with the price comparison, they end up in your store and finish their transaction. So in that sense, is it AdWords, or is it remarketing ads, or is it the organic search result played the major role? Actually, that's the attribution model. We need to understand that if we haven't did a good job in SEO, in organic search, probably we wouldn't have that user at first, in the first place, so we would probably miss it. So as I said, probably we need to have some kind of an understanding on how to build this attribution model, and we need to use our digital marketing budget accordingly, to understand what is the exact ROI, real ROI for that. And next, I want to talk about a little bit about speed of delivery. As I said in the first place, e-commerce, online shopping, is not anymore about price comparison or buying the cheapest product. It is more about convenience. So even though it is more like an operational thing, we need to support and we need to push our clients to have better delivery services. So again, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, click and collect is not a question. Like, nobody was asking for a click and collect, or nobody was searching for a click and collect, or it's not a, it won't change the decision of the clients if they have click and collect or not. So, but currently, same-day delivery and click and collect is not an optional thing. Like, you need to have it in your website, and you need to push it hard in order for your clients to have that in your services. Because, again, the numbers say so, not me. Especially in the United Kingdom, we can see that online retailers offering click and collect are around like 50% currently. Probably in 2016 it will increase more. And also in European customers, percentage of European customers who prefer click and collect, again, more than 50%, around 54%. So it is actually changing the final customers, final visitors' choices to have a good delivery services or not. So as a service provider and as a consultant, we need to push really hard on that one. With the delivery and the analytics, I think we need to, like, if there's an e-commerce seminar, if there's a digital event, and you're not talking about omni-channel, probably there's something wrong with that. So I put that in my presentation as well. I say that it is like the big data of 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, everybody was talking about big data, and currently everybody was talking about omni-channel strategies. So, anyone familiar with omni-channel? Do you know what is omni-channel? Who knows? Okay, perfect. So, omni-channel means actually, in more dictionary way, omni means every, and channel means channel. So the omni-channel means, like, it used to be a single channel shopping. You go to a shop, you buy something, and you pay it, and that's it. You won't buy it from other channels. But after that, it increased like a multi-channel thing. Multi-channel thing says that, okay, you can buy it from online shop, you can buy it from kiosk, or you can buy it from offline shop. But they're not connected. I won't know who you are when you enter my store, or vice versa. I don't know who you are when you enter my online shop. But currently, in omni-channel, it is important to know who your client is, who your visitor is. You need to give them personalized offerings. You need to give them, okay, welcome Moris, how are you? You recently bought this shoe from our online store, so would you like to have this jean, which might be really good for that one. And also, this needs to be automatically. This you can do by combining all the channels together and having this omni-channel perspective and saying that, okay, unified commerce. So again, we have actually trying to do that in some of our clients, like we have a really good client who is selling shoes. What we have done is, it is a big deal, especially for women, if they bought a bag and a shoe together, and shoe doesn't fit, they're just leaving all the stuff there and just leave the shop. So they just wanted to do that. If they like the shoe and the bag, and the shoe doesn't fit, with an iPad, they're finishing their transaction. They're doing the online shopping instead of the customer, and also having unified baskets, and also send the shoes to the visitors' homes at the same day or the next day. So in this way, they're not leaving any customer out. They're selling everything, and also it is a unified channel solution. It made very helpful for the clients. So after, as I said, having this delivery, technical infrastructure, digital part, you need to have this personalization and user experience in your focus area. Because what we have seen that we have built really good infrastructure. We have did a really good job with digital marketing and bring really good traffic to our website. We have really good service with delivery and also the omni-channel experience. Currently, what we need to do is having them convert within your website more and more. So what we have seen that from the research, 30% of mobile shoppers abandon a transaction if the shopping experience is not optimized for mobile. Yeah, probably it's like some of you have similar difficulties as I do. Like if you have really fat fingers like me, it's like if the website is not optimized for mobile and the buttons are not large, etc., you're having really difficult times. So I like probably you can like some of you have resonated this phrase. So and also you need to have especially the customers having a personalized solutions. Let me give you an example from our clients. This is one of our clients, Colombia, ComTR. Maybe you heard the brand, the outdoor brand. So, you know, Turkey is geographically is a large area, and also there are different weather conditions in different areas. So what we have done for the emailing of Colombia, we have integrated with weather.com. And we have said that, okay, if it's raining in the central area of Turkey, show the mail as like what was that? Like, yeah, Omni-Dry, which is protects you from the rain. But if you're opening a mail in the western coast of Turkey, which is most of the time sunny, then show them Omni-Shade products, which is more familiar with them, because if they see sun outside and they receive a mail saying that, okay, let's protect you from rain, probably it won't work. Or vice versa, if there is this rain outside and you're sending them, let's protect you from the sun, it won't work that good. So what we have seen in Colombia, it actually increased the opening rates of the mails and also increased lots of conversion rates via this email. So the personalization is really important. And also another example regarding the personalization tools. Are you familiar with the Optimizely tool for the A/B testing? Do you know, like anyone knows Optimizely? Okay, so this Optimizely tool, actually we really like it. So there's some phrases called like A/B testing and split testing. There's this, like two of them are a little bit different than each other. Let me just briefly tell you about that. A/B testing is totally different websites, like interfaces or product pages, those kind of stuff. We are showing 50% of the visitors website design of A and 50% of the visitors design of B. So we can see that, okay, if the A is converting better and better, we won't use B and we will use A design. So in Crate and Barrel, one of our clients again, we have done this A/B testing. So in that sense, we were discussing that, okay, we need to change the menu reviews and menu listing within the website, because there are too many menu items and probably nobody is just catching what's going on. So you can see the numbers here. With the Optimizely testing tool, we have seen, we have shown 50% of the users what we have suggested, and 50% of the users what is already in there. So we can see that there's this funnel conversion of maybe around 70% improvement in the funnel conversion. So it actually definitely directly affects the revenue and increase that. So it is more and more likable from the customer. So last but not least, as I said, I need to say more and more about the mobile. So I know it is boring that everybody's just talking about mobile, mobile is growing, like those kind of stuff, but it is still big news. Like mobile is still growing, so you need to have lots of things in order to be more mobile friendly. So we can see some numbers here. 63% of the people expect to be doing more shopping on their mobile devices, and 58% of the consumers who own a smartphone have used this store-related for shopping. And also, again, like you can read the more numbers here. Again, from Deloitte and Latitude, mobile is growing. So either you need to have a really good experience in mobile website, or you need to have a mobile application. So overall, it is the end of my presentation. Thank you a lot for listening. Do you have any questions regarding like what we have done about Inveon or anything else?
I heard that you told about the numbers for mobile commerce, and I heard that in the US this year already mobile will become bigger than shopping via laptop or desktop. So it will become 51% will go through mobile phone.
That's correct.
So I don't know which numbers are correct, but this is, of course, it's the one which is growing the fastest, actually.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sorry, just a second. Let me just comment on it. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So from the U.S., it definitely is taking over because if you stop to think about it, what do you have on you at all times? You find yourself, as much as you don't want to admit it, you wake up with them, we take the bathroom with us, you got time to kill? Oh, let's go shopping. It's right on the phone. If it hasn't already officially taken over by the numbers, it will definitely take it over. So I'm sorry.
Definitely. It's like
two kids between 13 and 15 years old, and they never open a laptop. They're doing anything on their mobile phone. They're crazy, but it's like it is.
That's definitely correct. Like I don't want to bore you with the numbers, but as you have said, like transaction, like more than 50% of the transaction is coming from mobile. And also, we're not talking about the traffic. We are talking about the transaction, the revenue. Because, and also, as I said, it is important that mobile and online transaction, like online digital effect, has a like really big impact on the offline shoppers as well. So we cannot count on it. We cannot count the effect of it, but we can easily say that probably the rest of the 49% of the offline shoppers are affected by the online shops. And also there's this really interesting story, if I have time, I want to tell you about that one. Maybe you heard the Barnes & Noble and Amazon competition. Amazon did a really maybe unethical, maybe some gray area thing, did a promotion of 20% less, who is currently in the Barnes & Noble offline shop. So we know that, like most of the time, we are doing that one as well. Like if you're in an offline shop, we are going online, and if you can find it cheaper or not. So every time somebody goes to Amazon website in order to compare prices with Barnes & Noble and Amazon, they find it 20% cheaper always. So they can go with that, okay, Amazon's always cheaper than Barnes & Noble, but when they go out of the Barnes & Noble offline shop, that discount is gone. So they didn't use that, but it is, I think, really interesting story that like Amazon is doing in order to grab Barnes & Noble visitors. Yeah. Do you have any other? Yeah, go ahead.
Your presentation, I think it's most focused on retail B2C.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you foresee the B2B ecosystem and, for instance, in terms of manufacturing? Because there's a big trend also when do you think can be the time to the manufacturers also go to e-commerce?
I think that's again a really good question, because it is more like a philosophical discussions within Inveon. So let me just go honestly and how it's going. So what we have seen, especially in Turkey, I know I'm not really familiar with other countries' trends, but in Turkey, e-commerce has started with startups. Like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, it all started with Guild-like, Pret-a-Porter-like private shopping websites. So with that sense, retailers, B2C retailers, they realized that, okay, there's something called online, and we can sell it insanely from there. So let's build our own websites. So in the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years, some a little bit more agile retailers, they have started building their own websites, on e-commerce websites. And currently, some B2B websites, actually we are working with Schneider Electric regarding that B2B shop, they have realized that, okay, there's something called online, so let's make most out of it. So they're trying to decrease their salespeople, and they're trying to decrease the bonds between the distributor and the productor and the final user. So they're trying to figure out a way in order to reach more customer and more efficiently. In that sense, I think B2B markets and B2B websites will be growing in the few, like 1 or 2 years a lot, very rapidly, because we are having phones like on daily basis or like once in 2 days that I want to build a B2B website. And also I think one more step to go further is the C2C sites, the marketplaces. Currently, since it's like Turkey is a really like high population country and a really large area, everybody was thinking of having this marketplace infrastructure. So everybody was asking like if you want to have build their website or so. But what we have seen currently, the structure is not mature enough. You need to spend really a lot of money in order to bring attention to your marketplace. And also those marketplaces are not very profitable right now. I think it doesn't add on. So currently we have, again, the eBay, like a clone of eBay in Turkey. There is one another marketplace, but we have not more than 3 marketplaces. Because if you don't have 1 million traffic or even 10 million traffic, having a marketplace doesn't make sense. But currently, as you have said, B2B is growing. We're trying to have our stance in a way. And probably more and more, especially Procter & Gamble, Unilever, Coca-Cola, those kind of companies, more and more they enter the business, especially for service providers, we will be more and more happy. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Thank you for listening. I'll be outside in the coffee breaks. If you have any other questions, anything, I'll be happy to discuss with you. Thanks.